Offshore Turbine Service is a brand new company, and it came into this industry with a blank canvas. And to start with, inevitably, we looked at the aluminium boats that are on the market before we were introduced to CTruk, and were very quickly converted, mainly because of the lightness of the vessel, because fuel economy is such a big consideration in this green industry where carbon footprint is everything. The CTruk vessels are obviously infused resin and end up at 20 tons rather than 40 odd tons, which inevitably with smaller engines leads to a massive saving in fuel. The labour saving methods of building the boat obviously ends up with a cheaper vessel, and again, needless to say, that attracted us to the product immensely.
The cost effectiveness was always high on our list of priorities in terms of vessel decision. It was quite interesting really, because we went to Brightlingsea. We had a trip out on Seawind Alliance, the first 20T that CTruk built. What we found by pure accident, whilst we were at sea, I phoned my son that was running a 15-metre aluminium vessel for another company, and we did a like-for-like comparison in real time on the fuel consumption at 20 knots. And we found that we were nearly 45% more efficient for the same speed, with the same payload, but with a 3.5 metre larger vessel. And it was a light bulb moment for all of us that was it. That sort of sealed the deal for us.
You need to arrive at a turbine with all your technicians feeling in good form, and the reality is that the feedback we've had is that these boats ride the waves very well indeed. It was one of the concerns early on that being a lighter vessel, it may not necessarily ride the waves or sit at the turbine as well as a bigger, heavier version. That's turned out not to be the case. It's actually excellent. One of the unusual features of this vessel is that the wheelhouse can be taken away, can be changed to a smaller one, can be moved fore or aft according to payload. Whilst the majority of the work that our vessels are doing so far is moving personnel, the reality is if we need to move cargo, we can adjust the position of the wheelhouse, or in fact put a smaller one, and create more deck space for cargo. And that adds so much to the versatility of the vessel.
For instance, if you needed to transfer 12 technicians for a long period of time, you could have a pod that was fitted out with seats and things. If you then needed to do a lot of cargo transportation, you could take that off, so you've got a much bigger payload area. You could move the wheelhouse from the front to the stern of the boat. We just thought that the flexibility that gives you and in a very fast-moving industry was a very key point.
With regards to safety on the vessel, one of the most important things is the ability to handle and position the vessel accurately. In the hopefully very rare, hopefully never event of anybody falling overboard, one of the things that attracted us was the ability of the vessel to have remote controls, so that the skipper of the vessel can actually walk to the side, clip the controls onto the side rail, and you can be peering straight down onto that man in the water and able to pick him up so much quicker and so much safer than the conventional arrangement. So that again was very much part of our decision. When we came to CTruk and we could see the quality of the vessel and then considered the price of it, then it made it a very easy decision for us. Since using it, we've came away from Seawork recently, and we made the judgment that of all the vessels we saw at that exhibition, that we've bought the right one, and we're very, very content moving forward, and have now confirmed an order for another vessel, and that will be in build as soon as we put this one on the water.